morning students. Today we are going to discuss about polarization of EM waves. So actually up to now we measured the electromagnetic field, it may be E or whatever, by taking one axis as reference axis. So in deriving all those things, we ourselves assumed that electric field has been considered an x-axis or z-axis or y-axis, whatever. But if you come to practical scenario, the case is different. Means here, depending upon the EM wave, we need to calculate the electric field on x-axis or y-axis or whatever. So usually the polarization is the measuring of something, or that is locus of tip of the electric field. So here, as I already know that the electromagnetic wave is always perpendicular to direction of plane. Okay, so here the blue line indicates magnetic field, for example consider it is y, and this red line indicates electric field, for example consider it is x. But this is the direction of EM wave which is propagating. Okay, so if you take it is, see here the reference axis I am drawing like this, it is x and y, and the direction of wave is in some other direction like this. If you take it is x and it is y, the wave is propagating in z direction. Means the polarization of wave is along z direction. For this type of situation, we need to trace the direction of E at z is equals to 0 plane. Why? Because on xy plane the coordinate value of z is 0. For example, I will take my reference axis. For example, అలా కాకుండా ఇప్పుడు ఈ బ్లూ లైన్ మ్యాగ్నెటిక్ ఫీల్డ్ కదండి, దీన్ని నేను జెడ్ యాక్సిస్ అనుకుంటా, అండ్ ఈ మ్యాగ్నెటిక్ ఫీల్డ్ ఏమనుకుంటున్నాను, ఎక్స్ యాక్సిస్ అనుకుంటున్నా. మీన్స్ దిస్ ఎక్స్ జెడ్ ప్లేన్. ఓకే, బట్ మై వేవ్ ఈస్ not along z axis or not along x axis, it is some other direction called y. So for this type of case, I need to trace my electric field intensity at y is equals to 0 plane. Similarly, if it is y and z, then the tracing axis is x is equals to 0. And you may observe the difference between unpolarized beam and polarized beam. Here the wastage of unpolarized beam is more, means it can randomly propagate in all directions without polarization. But if you apply polarization to any wave, it will have a particular direction. And polarized beam, either it may be a straight line, or it may be a circular shape, or it may be a electrical shape. So the EM wave will be converted according to our reference, according to user reference, that is the application of polarization. So the polarization may be through reflection or refraction. And coming to types of polarization techniques, there are three types of polarization techniques. One is linear polarization, circular polarization, and elliptical polarization. If you see here, the linear polarization will have a straight line. A linear polarization will have a straight wave, and here it will have a circular motion, here they have a elliptical motion. How the wave is moving, how the wave is propagating, what is the shape, that refers to the type of polarization technique. And the first type of polarization technique is linear polarization technique. Here this linear polarization is again be divided into two types, which is horizontal polarization and vertical polarization. Both you may observe here. See, which is unpolarized beam, which have many more lobes, many more waves. Whenever you pass this unpolarized wave through a vertical deflection plate అంటే verticalగా it has been divided into vertical deflections, verticalగా gaps ఉంటాయి. Then you will have a vertically polarized wave. అంటే వేవ్ ఏమవుతుంది, అప్ అండ్ డౌన్, పాజిటివ్ నెగటివ్ వస్తుంది. whenever you pass this beam through a horizontally polarized deflection plate, the wave will be like something like this. Like this means depending upon the type of polarization, the wave may change its behavior or may change its shape. Okay, and first is horizontal polarization. So in horizontal polarization means if you take these are x and y axis, the horizontal polarization will be calculated along x axis. So E is equals to, I am defining my E field as E naught is magnitude into sine of omega t minus beta z, where beta is phase constant. Okay, here the wave is propagating along z direction, that's why it is the phase of your signal is going to be changes along z axis. Okay, so if plane is xy plane, then the EM wave is propagating through z axis. Why? Because z axis is perpendicular to xy plane. On xy plane z is equals to 0. So for calculating the E field along x axis, we need to trace that electric field at z is equals to 0. Trace the E field. So at z is equals to 0, E is equals to E naught into sine omega t. In which direction? X direction. So now we need to check the magnitude of E field at different time intervals, starting from t is equals to 0 and t is equals to t by 8, t is equals to t by 4, t is equals to t by 2, t is equals to t, and so on. You can check the magnitude. So at t is equals to 0, E is equals to E naught into sine of omega into 0 is sine 0 into x cap, that is equals to 0 into x bar. Ante t is equals to 0 or time interval t is equals to 0, along x axis the magnitude of E is 0. Similarly, E is equals to E naught into sine of omega is equals to 2 pi f, which is angular frequency. Again f is equals to 1 by t, so omega will become 2 pi by t. So sine of omega place lo 2 pi by t into t is equals to t by 8 into ax cap. T will get cancelled, 2 1 jar 2 4 jar. So it will become E naught into sine pi by 4 into ax cap, which is equals to E naught divided by root 2 into ax cap. This is the magnitude at t is equals to t by 8. At t is equals to t by 4, E is equals to E naught into sine of 2 pi by t into t by 4. So which is sine pi by 2. E naught into ax cap. Sine pi by 2 is 1. So E naught into ax cap. Okay. So at t is equals to t by 4, you will have the maximum magnitude. And so on. Similarly for t is equals to t by 2, t by t, and so on. So the horizontal polarized wave is like this. This is x axis, like this. And number 2 is vertical polarization. So vertical polarization, for vertical polarization, let electric field is along y axis. So I am defining E is equals to E naught into sine of omega t minus beta z along y axis. So same, trace the E field at z is equals to 0. Why? Because on xy plane z is equals to 0. So E is equals to E naught into sine omega t into ay cap. So for the same story, for different time intervals we need to check E values. So at t is equals to 0, E is equals to E naught into sine 0 into ay cap, that is equals to 0 into ay cap. At t is equals to t by 8, E is equals to E naught into sine of 2 pi by t into t by 8 in y direction, that is equals to E naught into sine pi by 4 ay cap. So sine pi by 4 is 1 by root 2. Okay, at t is equals to t by 2, E is equals to E naught into sine of 2 pi by t into t by 2 into ay cap, that is equals to E naught into sine pi ay cap. At t is equals to t by 2, E is equals to 0 into ay cap. So this is t, here it is t, t is equals to 0, t is equals to t by 2, t is equals to t. At intervals t is equals to 0 and t by 2 and t, you will have 0 magnitude, and rest of the places you will have some magnitude. Okay, at t is equals to t by 4 you will have maximum magnitude, that is horizontal and vertical linear polarization. For example, consider the linear polarization is bidirectional polarization. Means the case 3 is if E is along x and y axis, then E is defined as E is equals to E1 sine of omega t minus beta z in x direction plus same signal in y direction sine of omega t plus beta z in ay cap. X and y direction in phase, these two are not out of phase. So at z is equals to 0 plane, E is equals to E1 sine omega t along x axis plus E2 sine omega t along y axis. Again for t is equals to 0, E is equals to 0 ax cap plus 0 ay cap. At t is equals to t by 8, we will have E is equals to E1 by root 2 ax cap plus E2 by root 2 ay cap. Just refer the previous derivation. At t is equals to t by 4, we will have E is equals to E1 ax cap plus E2 ay cap. In this situation, the polarization is something like this. Here it is x axis, y axis, and we are calculating each and everything at z is equals to 0 plane. This is how the linear polarization is. This is linear polarization. Okay. So circular polarization. For circular polarization, the electric field will be on both axes. Let's say it is x and y axis. It may be xy or yz or zx, whatever, with equal magnitudes. But out of phase by 90 degrees. So in circular motion means like this. Here it is x, here it is y. Here it is x, here it is y. And like this. Like this. Means the polarization of x and y should be apart from 90 degrees. Okay. So in this case I am defining my E field as E is equals to E naught sine of omega t minus beta z in x direction plus with same magnitude there is a signal in y direction with 90 degrees phase shift, that is equals to E naught sine of omega t minus beta z into ax cap plus E naught sine of 90 plus theta will become cos theta. So cos omega t minus beta z in y direction. This is E. So here also in my example I am taking xy plane as a reference plane. So if plane is xy plane, then the direction of wave is along z direction. So trace the E field at z is equals to 0 plane. So E is equals to E naught sin omega t ax cap plus E naught cos omega t ay cap. Okay, therefore for different time intervals t is equals to 0, t is equals to t by 8, t is equals to t by 4 and so on, we need to check the magnitudes of E field. So at E is equals to 0, E naught into sin omega into 0 sin 0 is 0 x cap plus E naught cos 0 is 1 ay cap, that is equals to 0 ax cap plus E naught ay cap. So for t is equals to t by 8, E is equals to E naught into sin of omega is 2 pi divided by t into t by 8 ax cap plus E naught into cos of omega is 2 pi by t by 8 ay cap. So it will become pi by 4. So E naught into sin pi by 4 is 1 by root 2 ax cap plus same cos pi by 4 is 1 by root 2 ay cap. This is the magnitude of x and y axis at t is equals to t by 8. At t is equals to t by 4, you will have E naught into sin of 2 pi by t into t by 4 will become pi by 2 ax cap plus E naught into cos of pi by 2 ay cap. Pi by 2 is 90 degrees. So that is equals to E naught into ax cap sin 90 is 1 plus cos 90 is 0. So finally the circular motion of an EM wave will be like this. Okay. Next is elliptical polarization. The difference between circular polarization and elliptical polarization is, for circular polarization radius is equal in all directions, means like this. If you calculate the radius from center point, it will be same at all directions. But coming to the elliptical shape, the radius is different at x and y coordinate values. That's why I am letting my E field as E field will be along both x and y axis, but the magnitude is different, and these x and y axis are apart from 90 degrees phase shift. So here also I am taking xy plane, so the wave propagation is along z axis, so I am calculating E field at z is equals to 0 plane. So for t is equals to 0, for t is equals to t by 8, for t is equals to t by 4, I am calculating the magnitudes of E field for different time intervals. Okay, so for at t is equals to 0, you will have only y component. At t is equals to t by 8, you will have both components. At t is equals to t by 4, you will have only x component. Okay, that is about polarization of electric field.